About the only smart guy that I know, bro. Nobody knows shit about boxing.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
yeah. The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so this is probably, to me, right now for today, until I go to the grand rivals later for Tank and Frank Martin, this is the big news of the day in boxing, because we finally have gotten a replacement opponent for Jaron Ennis. As many of you guys know, Cody Crowley pulled out of the fight with I guess he failed an eye exam, so he's got eye problems, so he's not fighting him, right? And it's hard to get this guy fights. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything that goes on with negotiations for Boots, because I don't, and I don't confess to know that stuff for most fighters. But what I can tell you is, I know some fighters. I'm not gonna say the names, but I know some fighters that were offered this fight, and they got cold feet. They didn't take the fight, and they were getting offered good money to take the fight. So make of that what you will. But his replacement opponent is a durable, formidable guy, and truthfully, I think this is probably the best guy you could have gotten on such short notice. And Jaron Ennis will be fighting July 13th against the European welterweight champion David Avanesyan, who, of course, many of us know came to prominence in most people's eyes when he fought Terrence Crawford on BLK Prime in the midst of the whole Crawford-Spence negotiations saga, and people put him down, and they had a lot of things to say about him because they wanted to see the Spence fight for Crawford so bad. But Avanesyan's always been a willing combatant. I mean, Avanesyan's fought the corpse of Shane Mosley, he fought Lamont Peterson, he fought Josh Kelly and ruined his hype train before it really got going. He fought Terrence Crawford. Now he's fighting Boots. So one thing you can't say about Avanesyan, you can question the skill level or lack of skills, but you can never say that David Avanesyan is not a true warrior of the sport, because to my knowledge, and you guys can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I am wrong, but I don't think anybody has ever, I don't think there's another welterweight out there who can claim that they have fought both Terrence Crawford and Jaron Ennis. And guess what? David Avanesyan will be the first one to do it, and he'll get a chance to fight for the world title. So credit to him. A lot of fighters, sometimes fighters, they want everything on a platter. They want everything to be right before they take opportunity. And he got the opportunity after a lot of guys turned it down. And now he's going to fight Boots for the title. So bless him, and I wish him the best of luck. Now, as far as Boots, the expectation is still the same. Whether it was Crowley or whether it's Avanesyan, the expectation is still the same. The expectation is he's in Philadelphia. He's not just fighting in Philadelphia, he's fighting in he's fighting at the Philadelphia 76ers arena. So, he big stage, great venue, first fight as a Matchroom Eddie Hearn fighter. Eddie Hearn, a lot of his fighters been losing recently. All of his fighters that represented him in the 5-on-5 versus Frank Warren got tore up and lost. So, I'm sure Eddie would like to see Boots get back in the win column. And, one thing about this fight, and I'll sound off on it real quickly, stylistically, Avanesyan is I think there are some similarities to what Avanesyan brings to the table in comparison to what Crowley brought to the table, because Crowley, like Avanesyan, is a come forward, aggressive southpaw. It's the same. They got a lot. They got that thing in common. Avanesyan, as we saw in the Crawford fight, he can take a beating. I mean, he can take a real beating, and so he's durable, and we know that he's not no punk. We know he's gonna come to fight. So I think Boots is gonna have a chance, just so long, and provided that he's in shape, I think he's gonna have a chance to really showcase his skills in a great and major way. He's gonna get a chance to, because Avanesyan does have defensive lapses. His defense can be leaky, and he does come forward, and he does like to throw punches, and sometimes he trusts his durability a little bit too much. So Boots, I think, is going to land some hard, vicious, thunderous shots, and he's going to get a chance to get a really sensational knockout in front of the Philadelphia fans. I just think he's got to, just be himself. Don't got to do too much in this fight. Sometimes fighters, they get on bigger stages and they fight in their hometown. They feel they got to do a little more. You don't got to do a little more. All you got to do is what got you to the dance, So he should beat Avanesyan, and I'm pretty sure he'll go in as a wide favorite. If the betting odds come out, I guarantee you he's a wide favorite. In fact, for those of you watching, if you guys can look at the betting odds for me and drop down in the comments what's Boots, how much of a favorite is Boots? Like minus what is he at the minus? Because I know minus is favorite. How big of a minus is he as far as the odds? Look, if Boots wins this fight, there's not a ton of options at welterweight as far as big money making fights. There really isn't. Brian Norman is going to get elevated to WBO champion. Mario Barrios is trying to fight Manny Pacquiao. There's not a lot there. So the only thing, best case scenario for him is there's two options. Either Boots is going to go ahead and become the most active fighter on the planet, which I really think is the only route towards him becoming the star that his talent commands him to be, because he's not like a talker. He's not going to be like a Ryan Garcia where he's just controversial on social media all day. He lets his hands do the talking. So if that's the case, the only way to make him a star is to get him in that ring so he can talk as much as possible, you know? So to beat Avanesyan, I hope, like, because they're fighting in what, July? So I'm hoping by October or November, he should be back in the ring as soon as possible, because that's the only way Eddie Hearn will get the best out of him. And look, if Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, like going into 2025, because 2025 will be their first full year together, Eddie Hearn and Boots. When 2025 starts, I would like to see Eddie Hearn get Boots 4 fights in 2025, which is very rare. It's very rare for a fighter to get 4 fights as champion. But I feel like with Boots, and I know it's hard to get him fights, so it's not gonna, that's no easy task to get him, you know, good, decent, credible opponents. But that's the only way he's gonna become a star, is if he's fighting 3 to 4 times a year. Unless, the only way they shouldn't do that is if Boots goes to 154, which I've been advocating for a lot. I don't think Boots should hold on to the IBF title for too long. Defend it once or twice at home, build some buzz in Philadelphia, and then go to 54. And go to 54 and try to get some big fights, you know, like Virgil Ortiz or Tim Tszyu, or try to hunt down Crawford some more, you know. Just I think the bigger fights are for him are 154, but for the time being, 147 will have to suffice and be satisfactory. And I look forward to the fight. Look forward to seeing Boots in action. It's always good to see Jaron Ennis in the ring. He's a great talent. And, you know, David Avanesyan is not going to come to lay down. He's never done that in his career. This won't be any different. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the opponent. Are you guys disappointed in the opponent? Are you guys satisfied with the opponent on such short notice? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take it rest. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canastota, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.